All right, man. Second quarter, Doc and GM NBA recap show. Doc, second quarter, we usually reserve this for the recap of the week that was in the East.
Eastern Conference.
Okay, so we'll run it down. Not many changes.
Nah.
No. Because Indy was in 3 last week. So some changes. And Boston has moved up. So
No, Boston's the same.
Boston was 4 last week?
No, they were 5. Yeah, they've been holding tight in 5.
So it's Indy and Philly that's what flip-flop. Is that what's going on?
I think essentially the same.
Indy was 3 last week? Yeah. All right, so anyway, let's go top to bottom. Toronto, number 1. No surprises.
No.
Last week I asked, were they the class of the East? And I think I got a maybe out of you.
I mean, they're the top seed. I don't know.
Okay, well, now I'm going to ask you. The week has changed in that now. Like we mentioned in the first quarter, they got the season sweep in pretty big fashion.
Yeah.
Against the world champion.
Sure.
So I ask you again: Are they the class of the East?
Yeah.
I always tell them fans when he pauses, man, it kind of means, yeah, Calvin, you're right, man.
I mean, it kind of does, but at the same time, it's like
still a long way to go.
Yeah, man, it's a long way to go, and if they end up with a first round loss, it's going to be silly to call them the class of anything.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I'll buy you there.
Like, I think it...
But I don't see them with
because
first round loss. Because they're going to have a great seed, and they're going to play someone.
Well, look at it like this. Mm-hmm. With LeBron gone and Cleveland basically dismantled, there's a fight in the East for who is the class of the East. And you decide that by who gets out of the East. So I don't think right now I want to call them the class of the East. They may be the best team in the East or playing the best right now.
They're playing the best in the league.
But I don't want to call them the class of the league either.
They have the best record in the league. They've beaten the world champions twice. And you don't want to call them the class of the league right now?
30 games in, show me.
They're showing you.
Marathon, not a sprint.
All right.
So, see me at the finish line. If they are the class that they supposedly are, they'll have the crowns at the end.
All right. Okay, so second, we have Milwaukee. No surprises, I'm sure you're going to say.
No.
Strong. Equal record with, say, the likes of Denver, which you usually didn't see. Usually the West is the class, the top seed in the West.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually much because, like, Dwayne Casey and those, they were the top seed last year with Toronto.
Right.
But they were outclassed as far as who was the better seed with Houston. Is that not correct?
Right.
And so the year before, it's probably the same thing with. So, anyways, usually not the best team. The best record coming out of the East in the league. So Milwaukee, they have an equal record to the number 1 leading team in the conference of Denver in the West.
Right.
So that's big up to them, Milwaukee. Bud, as you mentioned, early in our show a couple of weeks ago, that you believed in him and his system from what he showed in Atlanta. Bud being Coach Budenholzer.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Budenholzer.
Greek Freak, I'm sure you're a believer in.
Yeah, how can you not believe in that?
Your squad, the rest of the squadron. So no surprises.
No, they're good.
Indy at 3. Surprises, no surprises. To you, I'm asking.
From Indy?
Yes, being 3.
No surprises.
Crazy.
No, not really.
Big surprise.
I mean, slight surprise. If I put it this way, I'm surprised because Victor Oladipo hasn't been playing.
That's what
much.
I'm getting ready to say. You're missing something. He missed 10 or 11 games,
right?
And they didn't miss a beat. And then he's come back.
I am surprised by that.
Yes, that's the part. That's the part.
But I'm not surprised they're that high up in the East because they were fairly high up in the East last year.
Sure. Yeah, that's the part I was just talking about.
Yeah, with him being out,
yes.
No, I didn't see that coming.
Yes.
I thought they were going to drop a little bit.
Yes, he missed double digits, and I think they were, 6-4, 7-3-ish?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, they're on a 6-game winning streak.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, no, they didn't miss a beat. Yeah, he's back. He's played the last couple games.
So,
as I mentioned, I think they got Philly last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got Philly last night. Okay, so
Vic can go.
So then that brings on
Philly,
right?
Yep, Philly.
Trending down a little bit. They got 2-game losing streak. Jimmy's out with a groin.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound fun.
That's never good.
Doesn't sound that way.
Nah. It's not what you want in life.
They were one of my Eastern Conference final contenders.
Right.
As a prediction. How big? Because there's drama in Philly. There's some of that we're going to get into later. How big a deal? What are we talking with Philly? We okay?
They're fine.
No biggie. If they work, whatever.
Well, okay. Here, slight biggie. Okay. Because with Jimmy hurt, as we know, they traded 2 starters to get Jimmy.
Sure.
So essentially, they're down right now with Jimmy being out like 3 players.
Almost.
Right.
And all of them were very, very good players. It wasn't like you lost Kelly Oubre or type player.
Right.
You lost someone that was contributing on a nightly basis to your team.
Right.
It's helping you
win games.
Yes, win games.
Yeah. So that hurts them, but I think it'll be a good growing and learning experience for the rest of the guys playing without Jimmy right now, particularly Embiid and Ben Simmons. So.
Okay. All right. So then behind them would be
Celtics.
Yes. Climbing, right? What's their last hit?
Last 10, 8-2.
Oh yeah.
They actually just lost one tonight.
That'll get it done, 8-2.
Yeah, but
especially one of those losses was tonight.
Yeah, they were on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7.
So how far, say for example, do you see them climb the Eastern Conference ladder, and how far do they need to climb to have them where you thought they would be the Eastern Conference champions?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the seeding matter for their success.
It helps. It definitely matters. I don't think I do think they come out of the East this year. I still think that.
You're still buying that one?
Yeah, I'm still sticking with that. Although it's the water's getting a little muddy because of what Kawhi is doing up there in Toronto, but they're just still so deep. That is crazy. But health and all being intact, I still got them coming out.
Now,
but that being said, I don't know how high they climb up. Like, I don't think it even matters that much.
Ooh, really?
No, correction. I do think it matters. Correction.
Seeding and who you play and who you might
because same thing. Because like I said about Toronto, like there is no class of this conference right now.
Okay.
Like there is none. It hadn't been established. There's no pecking order. Like they're all kind of jumbled in there right now. They got to sort this out in the spring, man.
Okay, those are your words. Because in my words, there's been a pecking order.
Right.
And it's similar to what the
but right now Boston's figuring it out.
Yeah, no. Here's what I'm going to say is sometimes there's that playoff scenario where you play usually, especially if you're a higher seed,
right,
one team that you should beat in that first round. And then sometimes you play a team that more likely you're going to beat, and then sometimes you have to go through you don't want to go through.
Yeah, you don't want a difficult first round.
Yes, you want to get through the second round fairly comfortably without having to
work too hard.
Like for example, if they catch Milwaukee in the second round,
yeah, that's going to hurt.
What? It's going to hurt someone.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's going to hurt Boston. It's going to hurt someone. Same thing with Toronto and or Philly. So seeding matters.
So it does matter.
Yes,
I'll give you that, but at the same time, there is no class yet. We'll figure that part out.
Yeah. I say there's a class. All right, so after Boston is, again, they also ran, so I'm guessing Detroit?
Detroit, yeah. Detroit basketball.
Mm-hmm. Which they were the ones that got Boston tonight.
Yep.
As we just
Big
mentioned.
win for them, actually. Good on them, but they're still 4-6 in their last 10.
What are they in the last 10?
4-6.
Yeah. They needed that. They were on the home court. They defended it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also, we're usually at the also ran. These were toss-ups to us. Whoever wants it, y'all can get it.
Basically,
and so it's ending up being Charlotte for sure.
Yeah,
I think being one of those teams. And
they lost tonight, but they're fighting in Orlando.
Okay, Orlando.
Yep.
You know who else is playing well?
Who?
is the Brooklyn
Yes.
Nets.
Yeah, they're on a 4-game winning streak.
4-game winning streak. And, part of that is that kid, Spencer Dinwiddie.
I was about to shout out Spencer Dinwiddie. He just got a big contract extension.
He did.
So
yes, he
shout
did.
out to Spencer.
I think it was 3 years worth. So good for you, young man. Good for you.
Yeah.
And that organization had, whatever. Except for Jay-Z stopped shutting us down on their music. Lame for that, bro. All right, anyway.
Wow.
Oh, he's like, is he still part of that organization?
No.
Okay, good. Sorry. Although
their record's not that great.
Okay,
They're
so
still 6 games under 500.
Definitely another thing that we're going to get into really quickly into the third quarter of our show is the Washington situation.
Yeah.
We've kind of talked about them as being one of the most disappointing teams in the league, if not for sure, the Eastern Conference for sure, right?
Absolutely.
Houston's got to be in that picture somewhere.
Yep, they're included.
But anyways, in the East, it's got to be
hands down Washington.
Yeah. Okay, so they made a move.
Yep.
What place are they in?
Currently, they are hanging out at number 11.
Okay, so that's not like Houston is where they're 14 out of 15.
Right.
That's 11 out of 15. There's only a couple of people that a few teams that you'd figure with their talent they should be able to climb above Orlando.
Man, you would think.
Right?
You would think.
So now a couple of weeks ago you had them out. Now last week you said I'm warming up. You warming up any more with the new trade with Ariza?
A little bit.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. I got to see it. Let me see. Yeah.
All right.
We're rubbing sticks together now. get a spark going. Let's get a spark going.
Okay, so with that said, we're a little early. Let's see. Let me see. What do we want to do? Okay. So with that, we're a little early, but that'll lead us into the fourth quarter. Okay.
That works.
Now, matter of fact, we're about 1 minute early because the first thing we wanted to talk about in the fourth quarter, was in the fourth quarter, we were going to